I'm not an ass kisser of nobody.
Yes, you are. You suck of black people right now. You doing the easy shit. What you do, let me tell you what you do.
Nah,
see,
homie, let me tell you something, homie.
Ain't nobody gonna tell you.
I don't
ain't nobody
suck.
tell you. Yeah,
I don't
you do.
suck.
You do.
So fix
You doing
that.
it right now.
I don't suck.
You doing it right now.
Homie, believe me when I tell you. I don't do that.
Whoa, wait a minute. Pause, fellas. Pause, okay? I'm interested in knowing what actually happened between Anton Daniels and Corey Holcomb, because this is crazy. Like, what these guys are saying to each other is absolutely insane. So before we get back into this video clip, I'm interested to know, do you guys know what happened? Comment your thoughts under this video. Now, today's conversation is actually going to center around manhood and respect, because there's a reason why women say they would rather be in the forest with a bear than a man. And we're going to talk about that here on this video. So make sure you subscribe to the channel, because here I'm talking about confidence and clarity, understanding what's going on. So let's get into it. First, let me introduce myself. My name is Bertrand. Now,
I'm not an kisser of nobody.
Yes, you are. You suck the dick of black people right now. You doing the easy shit. What you do, let me tell you what you do.
Nah,
see,
homie, let me tell you something, homie.
Ain't nobody gonna tell you.
I don't
ain't nobody
suck.
Gonna tell you. Yeah,
I don't
you do.
suck.
Do.
So fix
You doing
that.
it right now.
I don't suck.
You doing it right now.
Homie, believe me when I tell you. I don't do that.
Tell you.
I don't do that.
Listen.
So don't come at me with no sucky shit.
I'm gonna give you the same energy you give me.
Let's switch seats.
Let's switch seats. I'm with it.
Homie, I don't do no sucky shit. I'm a motherfucking man. I don't do no sucky shit.
I don't give a f about none of
Well, I tell you what, watch that sucky shit, because that'll go bad.
Call it what you want.
I don't do no sucking,
You
homie.
say a lot of shit that I don't f with either. You
Okay, but that gay shit, oh, you
I don't give a f about what you talking
hey,
about.
homie, I tell you what.
I'm right here.
Don't put no dick sucking shit. Don't put no dick sucking shit.
Corey Holcomb is triggered. I don't think I've ever really seen Corey Holcomb that mad about a statement that was said about him. Maybe it was because these two really didn't like each other. Now, I will say this. When it comes to manhood, I understand why Corey Holcomb was as mad as he was, but I also understand where Anton Daniels was coming from, because Anton Daniel covers so many different topics that trying to box him in is something nobody really wants. And to be called a sellout on top of it is also disrespectful. So these two men were going back and forth, disrespecting each other. But I will say this, Corey Holcomb got in Anton's face and he told him to say it again. We all know that that is a threat. If Anton would have moved his mouth or would have started the sentence, maybe we get a different reaction. But I will say that both of these men did show a little bit of restraint, a little bit of control, and that's what a lot of men have to do. Sometimes it's not worth losing it all. Sometimes it's not worth throwing away the bag, especially when you have to build this type of platform. To build a platform on social media is hard, because there's so many people doing it to where you have to be somebody that's entertaining. Now, let's talk about manhood really quick. And I think this is the best way to describe it. As a man, you go through different phases in life. For instance, childhood, right? Into becoming a teenager, then becoming a man. Basically, what we're talking about is a level of maturity. Now, there's also another level that some men don't get to experience, and that is parenthood or fatherhood, right? So with that being said, I understand the manhood being attacked and the need to actually defend it. Some people think that the manhood is all about the ego. Manhood has to deal with your skill set, your level of maturity, your self-image, and your morals. Now, when it comes to respect, we as men understand that we want to be admired, and we look at respect as admiration, meaning that you don't cross certain lines because you respect this man and you know what will happen if you cross that line. violence. Violence usually happens when a line is crossed. Now, that being said, we can definitely look at this conversation between these two men and see that there were some lines that were crossed. We have a man being called a coon versus a man being called gay. And there was a point in time where being gay was not okay. Like there was a time where being called gay was actually fighting words. Like what Corey Holcomb is acting out or reacting or responding to. That's how a lot of men used to react and respond. But in today's times, it's not like that anymore. It's a lot more acceptable now than it was back in like 1990. Right? And I just aged myself, but I just turned 40. So now both of these men have something to lose. For Anton Daniels is a man who's married and also has a daughter. So he has to be seen as the hero. So he cannot allow another man to just call him a coon to his face, to call him a sellout to his face, because he needs to let his wife and his daughter know that he's gonna stand up for them as he's standing up for himself. Now, Corey, on the other hand, he's a comedian and he has an audience where he cracks a lot of jokes in this same manner where, you know, he kind of points out if somebody is gay. Okay, so with that being said, he didn't want to be lumped in the same group as those men that he's called out. So he also had to stand on business. Both men had to stand on business. I understand that, but those men needed a moderator, right? To keep a conversation going or to get a conversation going. And I think that would have actually been a great conversation that they could have had, but just knowing Anton Daniels' content and knowing Corey Holcomb's content, it would have been an interesting mix. It really would have been. And I would have liked to have seen that. As far as seeing them fight, I'm not really interested in seeing them fight unless they were going to do it like the Jake Pauls, you know, where it's more of an entertainment thing versus being something that's real. Now, I'm not saying that the punches and all that ain't real, but I'm saying the drama behind it. We know that those Jake Paul fights are just entertainment, but this could have been something that they could have probably made a lot of money off of if they would have been willing to do it. Now, to see them fight in that particular situation, again, I'm interested in knowing, did you guys want to see them fight? Because I know some people are messy like that and they want to see it. So let me know. Comment your thoughts under this video. Me personally, again, I don't want to see them fight because, again, building up these type of platforms are a lot harder than you think because there's so much work that goes into it that I just don't think that it would have been worth it for either guy. And on top of that, we wouldn't have been looking at two I don't think the fight would have been that entertaining. I think it would have been, you know, maybe a few punches thrown and a whole lot of grabbing and wrestling, maybe throwing around. I don't think this would have actually been a real fight. Now, the reason why I'm really responding to this is because I want women to see that men are competitive, that men have to protect and provide. Like, this is actually part of the protection, being able to stand up for yourself. Now, a lot of us, we know that, but we also know that if a woman perceives you in a certain way, or if you have a certain image or reputation, you know that when you're trying to get that woman to submit to you or open her legs to you, you know, if you came out on the wrong side of this type of situation, that the chances of her opening her legs for you just went down. Now your chances are not good. So both men already understood that. That's why I believe that reactions were heightened. Plus, maybe they just really didn't like each other. But you know what? Maybe I don't know what I'm talking about. What do you think? Comment your thoughts under this video. Remember to like and subscribe to the channel for more confidence and clarity. Thank you for watching this video. Check you out on the next one. Peace.